Hello and welcome to Study with Sudhir. My name is T.S. Sudhir. I hope all of you are doing well. In this video, I want to specifically focus on what should be your way of preparation for the semester 1 examinations of ICSE Class 10 for History and Civics paper. Okay, this is the syllabus that is already put in the CISE.org website. If you click on publications, you go to the syllabus for semester 1 and semester 2, you will get that. So in civics, you have the Union Legislature, that is the Parliament chapter, Lok Sabha, Speaker, Rajya Sabha, etc. Okay. In history, you have the entire Indian national movement starting from 1857, the first war of independence, right till the end of the Indian Independence Act. That will be in second part. So this is quite a substantial part. World history has been put in the semester 2 examinations, in which you will have more stuff coming from the civics portion, the president chapter, the prime minister chapter, and the Supreme Court and the High Court. Okay. Now, before I start, I just want to make one point. You see, the only incentive that we get in order to put out stuff on YouTube, and I had intended to put out stuff relating to biology, geography, the MCQs out here on YouTube, and then I happened to see the analytics, and I found that only 39% of those who come and consume the content on YouTube, and we have close to about 600 videos, right, subscribe to the channel. 61% do not subscribe. Now, it's entirely your wish. It's a free country. I cannot force you and say, subscribe karo. If you don't want to subscribe, it's your wish. But unless and until there is some kind of an incentive, for instance, we are at what, 2,27,000 subscribers. I would want to get to 3 lakh subscribers. It's just another market, just a matter of encouragement for us to produce this content in order to get more and more content here on YouTube. Okay, so that needs to be done. This, what I'm telling you, is all on the Century batch, which is one of our best courses on the Study with Sudhir app. You can ask those who are part of the Century course for 2021. You can ask those who are part of the Century course right now for 2022. Okay, in fact, we have finished all the syllabus except for the chapter on the High Court, and we've already started putting the MCQs. If you go, in fact, one of them I have put it as free for the first War of Independence questions, the growth of nationalism I put this morning, and the Parliament chapter, the first of the several MCQs has already been put. But before that, and this is for everyone, right? Because those who are on Century course matter as much as the students out here on YouTube. You will be facing an 80 marks question in semester 1, right? But the weightage will be reduced to 40. Now, what does this mean while you are preparing? Now, history civics mein itna nahi hota hai. It happens more in geography kind of a subject. But in history civics, now you need to ensure that you cannot leave out anything from this. Any of the chapters, you cannot leave out any portion and say, ye main nahi karta hu, main risk leta hu. Because in MCQs, the teacher, the person who is setting the examination, वो कहीं से भी कोई भी प्रश्न पूछ सकता है. In fact, the options that will be given to you will be to confuse you. And if you see some of the MCQs that I have made out here, and I have posted 3 of them, as I said, on the Century course, they will be intended to confuse you. The options could be given from different chapters, right? It may be a question relating to, say, Mahatma Gandhi, but deliberately you could be given an option like Dadabhai Naroji. You could be given an option like Raja Ram Mohan Roy, right? So it will be like that in order to make. In fact, I was speaking to a very good history teacher, and she said one thing. In fact, MCQs will make the question paper even more tough. I would in fact say it can make it tricky, if not tough. Okay, it will, make you think about it. Application-based questions can be asked. And the biggest advantage with MCQs is that it will not force you to do rote learning, especially in civics. History, yes, memory to an extent you will have to depend on. Okay, so let's come point by point. The MCQ format will mean that you will need to be more thorough with chapters. As I said, understanding is more important than rote learning. Ratta मारने से काम नहीं चलेगा. History में क्या हुआ, क्यों हुआ, civics में क्यों ऐसा होता है, उसके बारे में आपको समझना पड़ेगा रट्टा मारने से नहीं चलेगा काम। ओके, इस बात को ध्यान रखो। हाँ, डेफिनेशंस, ऑर्डिनेंस क्या होता है, राइट, बाद में रिट क्या होता है, स्पीकर के फंक्शंस क्या होते हैं, वो थोड़ा याद रखना पड़ेगा, लेकिन याद करने का भी एक तरीका है। यूट्यूब चैनल पे भी मैंने वही तरीका अपनाया है, सेंचुरी कोर्स पे भी वही तरीका अपनाया है, इन विच आई फोकस मोर ऑन एग्जाम्पल्स and use that to make you understand it better, whether it is the parliament, prime minister, president, whatever. Okay, and in fact on the century batch, if you see our notes, they are geared towards understanding instead of just kind of rote learning. Point number 2, keywords. जब बड़े आंसर लिखने होते हैं जो कि आपको सेमेस्टर 2 में लिखने होंगे, वहां पर कीवर्ड्स का अलग प्रयोग होता है. The use of the keywords in the long format answers is different, right? Because you need to use those keywords, because the person who is evaluating your script, your answer sheet, will be given those keywords, right? And if you have included those keywords, you get full marks. That's how students score high in history and civics. Now, there is no question of keywords in semester 1. In MCQs, keywords, you need to remember, because keywords will be almost in many cases the key to the answer. So if you remember the keywords, it will still help. So the keywords still are important, but the use of those keywords becomes a little different. Okay, because they are essentially the main points. Essentially, keywords kya hote hain? Keywords are the main points. Point number 4, as I said, you can't afford to leave out anything at all. Okay, application-based thick questions I've already spoken about, and what you need to now do is that once you have gone through the entire syllabus, and stick to the syllabus, it's not necessary at all for you to learn about things which are not part of your syllabus as given on the CISE website. Stick to the website, no problem at all. Stick to the syllabus, but उस syllabus के अंदर क्या क्या है उसको ठीक तरह से समझ लो. Break it into small portions. Like for instance, in the parliament chapter, or let's say the first war of, let's say the growth of nationalism chapter. What was the role of Raja Rammohn Roy? What were the names used for Raja Rammohn Roy? What were the achievements of Jyotiba Phule? What did he do? Dadabhai Naoroji, Surendranath Banerjee, their picture questions, you need to know, okay, what they look like, and thereby be able to answer any picture related question. What was the role of A.O. Hume in the formation of the Indian National Congress? Where was the session held? Now, these are very simple questions, but you can get confused between W.C. Banerjee and Dadabhai Naoroji. पहला सेशन बॉम्बे में हुआ या कलकत्ता में हुआ? You should not get confused with these kind of things. If you remember these kind of things, make a note of it, learn it many times, or at least read it many times. This brain is a supercomputer. Your brain will be able to process that. Those will be the kind of questions. Yes, once what we will do, initially what we are doing out here on the Century course on the Study with Sudhir app is to put chapter-wise MCQs. Later on, as we get close to November, maybe in the month of October, we will start putting mixed up questions, so that the options will not be only from that chapter. The options could be from different chapters, and that is what is going to make it very tricky to test you कि आपको समझ में आया है या नहीं. Okay, so I just wanted to tell you on how you should approach history and civics. Civics में खास तौर पर ध्यान देना on what is the role of each person. What are the duties, what are the rights, what are the responsibilities of every organ of the Union Parliament. Okay, please understand it. Ratta mat maro, understand it. Yahan pe you need to kind of remember what was the role of different kind of people. Whether it's Rani Lakshmi Bai, Bahadur Shah Safar, what happened to him, etc. If you see the questions that I have put, you'll get an idea about what I'm talking about, right? The same goes for the growth of nationalism chapter, the first phase, the second phase, and later on when it comes to Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, so please take a look. History and civics, you can actually score an 80 on 80, and if you do that, the pressure in semester 2 will be that much less. So this is a brilliant lottery for you. If you get this right, you will be able to do that much better in the semester 2 examination. All the best to you. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe to Study with Sudhir.